guys, I am on today for a few minutes, probably about a half hour or so, to take any questions that anyone have about repairs or even, yeah, you know what's crazy? This weekend, I had a crazy experience this weekend. It was a cool experience, man. So this lady came in to. She wanted to. I'm working on this picture right here. She wanted to have a cricket fixed. Really nice lady from, I think it was Ecuador, and she makes cakes, these real creative, beautiful designs and everything. And I was not nice enough. I was like, yeah, let me see what I can do to help you out here. This is part of my primal collection. Call it that. But anyway, she what it was is that the charger was separated or something from the circuit board. And I'm here thinking, all right, well, I work with circuit boards, I mess with them a little bit. Let me see if I can help her. I just offered to help her out. Honestly, I wasn't even going to charge her for it. I I was curious. And she brought it over, and I did what I could. And I called a couple of computer places. I said, you know what, I'll be perfectly honest with you. The kind of soldering that you need someone who's good at working with computers, soldering computer circuit boards and motherboards and stuff like that. Called a couple of places, and one guy said that he didn't want to do the work, and pretty much, I guess it's pretty much being liable for it not working because you don't have a proper way to test it. And I was like, I can respect that. All right, I tried someplace else. The person wasn't available. And so I just gave her the numbers of the guys I got a hold of. This is the old drawing I did. I got like watermarks all over this thing, dirt marks, but I'm gonna turn these into art. So I'm gonna repurpose these. But this guy's on my T-shirts in different forms. Anyway, the lady comes back and said, you've been so nice to me, and it's hard to find, nice people like that. I'm gonna make you a cake. I was like, wow, okay. And I seen her cakes, man. Her cakes are like amazing, So it was just a good deed, and I wasn't expecting nothing from it. Like I said, I wasn't gonna charge her for it. So cool experience, man. There are people out there who do appreciate when you do good for them, and then, of course, you're gonna have others who don't. Like my son, when he was going through high school, I think the last year he was working at he learned a valuable lesson about that. So I told him, no matter what, you're gonna put in the best effort and do it as if you're getting something for it, right? If you kind of want to look at it in those terms, even if you don't, right? So he would do wash cars and stuff during high school, and he said, man, there's some people that would tip you pretty good, and there's some people that give you nothing, man. You can work your butt off, clean out everything. And I'm like, you know what? That's what it is, man. Manuel, it's going to be like that, and don't worry about it. Always put your best performance out there, because it eventually turns into positive. That's just the way it is. It'll eventually... and you have to be smart also. If you find yourself in an environment where you realize that, all right, let's say that environment, nobody does that. Nobody tips. Like, nobody tips, right? Ever. Right? Now, you could be a victim, or you can now come up with a sales pitch that will almost ensure that you get one. You see what I'm saying? But if it's just neutral, just keep doing a good job. right? Do your job, do the good thing, and then it's just the way it is. It'll balance out, right? But if you're in an environment where you know that, okay, just doing the good thing isn't gonna work, right? Then you come up with a plan to maybe get an agreement. You know, let's say the town you work in, nobody tips in that town. It's like, damn, nobody tip, right? So how do you earn tips? Like, what do you do, right? Especially with face to face. Online, it's a whole different scenario. But you're face to face. Then you come up with a sales pitch that almost guarantees that you'll get that. If I put in extra effort. There's a way. All I'm saying is the attitude that there's just not a way is just like, nah, come on, cut that out. It may be that you don't even want to put the effort into it. That's fine, but there's always a way. There's always a way. Always. Just keep that in mind. And even if you have to regroup and come back again and try a different way, but just don't. That was my advice, my son anyway. That was my advice to him. And anyway, so this lady, that was an awesome experience. It wasn't like I was looking for cake. I wasn't looking for cakes, but it was cool. So if anybody out there have any questions about vacuums, I'm not doing a particular vacuum today, but I am open to answer any kind of service-related questions that can help other people also that might be listening, if anyone is, right? It's a possibility no one's listening. Everybody's working, everybody's doing some stuff. They're having dinner, they're barbecuing, or they're just not into, what I'm into. So that's no problem. But this is out there anyway. Someone's going to benefit. Always. Someone always benefits. Just keep that in mind. So I am attempting to. I've had this guy drawn like for ages, man. I just haven't worked on it, and I was like, you know what? I could do it. I could do it while I'm doing the video. I can attempt to do something. Gosh, man, I keep sitting on some of these projects I have. Let's see here. So for the guys who are on this side, now if you want to see an overhead view of this drawing that I'm doing, you have to go to the channel and then select the overhead version of this. There's a version that you can actually see the overhead. So you go to the channel, select overhead, and you can see the overhead version of this. For the guys on this side, because I can't see like this, I'm not skilled like that. Wish I was. I'm not. Let me see something. Who knows? Maybe I could do something. There's a way, right? Let me see something. Can I move this? How far can I move this so it's not out of camera for the other one? Yeah, I guess so. Let me try it, and then I'm just gonna have to be on the side or something. Yeah, there's always a way, right? Okay, I'm gonna use a little color pencil in this area to darken this. I need a darken in this. This is not enough. I need I need some kind of brown or even purple or something. Let me see something. I need some kind. Let's see what this would do. Hold on. Let's see what would this do. This might be the trick. This might be the trick. Let me see something. Nah, this is not what I want. It's really supposed to be a darker green, but I mean, I guess blue might do it. Let me see something. I'm here messing with the picture. Hey, what's up? What's going on over there? Let me update the screen so I can see who's chatting. Let me update the screen. Give me a second. I'll be there in 1 second. Who's this? Who's that? Who's that? Deanna. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. I would love to translate that. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to translate that. I got to see what you're saying. Give me a second, man. Is there a translate? Let me see if they have one of these on here. Timeout. No. No. I will translate what you're saying, okay? Give me a second. Trust me. Let me see if I can do that with this. Watch me. Watch me figure this out. Okay. All right. So now, come on, man. Come on, work with me here. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Don't go nowhere yet. I'm going to see what you're saying. You might be just saying, hi, what are you up to, right? But I kind of want to know what you're saying, right? L-A-T-E, okay. Translate. All right, let's see what. All right. Translate. Come on, go already. What are you saying? Hi, how are you? Good afternoon. Oh, all right. Give me a second. Wow. Did that work? How was that? Did I do good? Oh my gosh. Anyway, all right. Let me get back to this. Let me get back to this here. All right. So this guy's hair is green. His arms are supposed to be green, most of it, like this part up here, and then he's like yellow, like no orange or something, like an orange color. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can get the gist of this guy here. Yeah, this is probably too orange, but you know what? I'll work with this. I'll work with this and I'll soften it. I'll work with this. Alright, I'll work with this here. Let me work with this. I'll figure this one out. Don't worry about it. Okay. All right. I'll figure it out. Let me get some. Let me get a lighter green. So, any vacuum questions that you have? So, are you from Brazil, Deanne? I'm assuming that's what I'm assuming that's what you're saying. That you're from Brazil. Brazil, man. Brazil is on the road with me, hanging out. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for coming. Do you draw? Do you have any vacuum questions? Let me see. Hold on. I could do this in real time, man. I'm getting good at this, you know. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm from Brazil. Yeah. All right. Nice to meet you. Perfectly friendly. Yes. Oh my God, didn't it? What happened? Oh my gosh, come on already. Is that cool? All right, let me continue. All right, let me continue. All right, so we got this guy, right? What are we gonna do with him? What are we gonna do with him? How are we gonna make him appealing? Right? He's a monkey face guy, primal looking face guy, right? How do we make this guy appealing to the ladies, right? So I may have to do something with this part of hair because I can't seem to get a color right now that can do what I want. So I'm gonna add some. I'm gonna add some hairs, you know. I'm gonna add some black to the hair. All right, so we already have the eyebrows. The eyebrows are pretty thick. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. Drawing from the side is definitely weird. It is weird, man. It's like, wait a second. What am I doing? What am I doing? Give me a second. All right. So let's soften this look a little bit. It's a little bit harsh. I gotta soften this guy some. I've been out of practice, guys, so I am just trying to get as much art time in as possible. I swear, man, I got so caught up into work. Okay, bye. Take care. I got so caught up into work, man, that I stopped drawing, man. It's like, what am I doing? You know? This is something I do like naturally, right? I was drawing since I was, gosh, like wee baby, before I even knew what common sense was. How's that? And I'm still learning. All right, let me try this blue here. Let me see. This blue, would this blue work for me? Nah, I should use this. I may want to use this on his jeans. Yeah, I may want to use this on his jeans. I don't want to use it on his hair. But I need something dark, and I can't seem to find my way. So I'm gonna slow down. But yeah, I think I'll use this blue on his jeans. Okay, let's see what we have here. Now I have a little cardboard underneath this, so to kind of catch some of my, you know, when the ink kind of tries to go through, you know. So just I have kind of a cardboard underneath right now. You know, it's funny, believe it or not, this character, right, is an evolution. So when I was in my early 20s, I started drawing a character that reminded me of a young picture of my brother. Brother had a picture, a baby picture, right, and his ears had a shape on it. His ears had a shape. Right? It kind of looked like it looked like that, you know, the way it was in the picture, you know. And so I said, oh, I like those I like those ears, and I decided to make a bunch of comic characters out of that ear with that ear. Yeah, it's, you know what, the blue did work. The blue is gonna give me what I want. I knew the blue was gonna give me what I wanted. Let me try it, and then I'm gonna paint over the blue with the green again, and see if that gives me that color, that desired color I need here. Let's see. Yeah, so this guy came from. This guy came from that. He came from that, you know, that imagination. I don't know. I don't know if I told my brother about it. I don't know. I don't know if he knows. That's where my inspiration came from. I think I did, but just in case, I don't know. You know, I said, dude, you inspired a whole line of books. What do you call it? Characters that I drew. You see any vacuum questions? All right, yeah. I'm just on, man. Guys, I'm just hanging out, bro. So if you guys are here for something cool, if you have a question for me, fantastic. Oh man. Okay, so that's what I'm. See that? This is just not working. Like 2 cameras. It's not working right now. I'm gonna show you guys over here what I'm doing so far. If you're here, this is what I'm doing so far. That's my guy right there. All right. That's my guy right there. My mountain guy. Okay. All right. Let me get a different blue. Let me see something. Where's the rest of my markers? Well, you know what? I have some over. I got some over here. I got some over here. Yeah, man. I got some over here. Great. This is my white. Oh, yes. Dark green. Oh, yeah. All right. Now we're talking. A little brown. Dark blue. Okay, now we're talking. 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 All right, I got some white here. Let me see something. Let's see if it's white. Can you do something? So remember, like I said, if you have a question on vacuums, repairs, this white sucks. Oh my gosh, this white's not doing nothing. All right, this one is. All right, let me kind of get a little white at the top here. Okay. A lot of this stuff is like work in progress because, especially when you stop and you have to get back into the swing of things, it becomes like, it's like those comedians that have to go on the road and tell jokes to feel them out. If you don't keep sketching, or in my case, for work, keep solving problems, you kind of lose some of your rhythm. And I guess that's for me, that's the fear of retirement. I don't want the mindset of retirement. You know, even if I let someone else take over the business, the daily chores of the business or something, I still gotta be problem solving, man. I gotta be doing stuff, man. I can't wither away. That's a no-no. Because your brain, all of a sudden the brain's like, oh, I don't gotta work? Oh, okay, well, all right, guys, shut it down. All right, guys, shut it down. We go home. It's like, whoa, wait, time out. No, I'm still using this thing. Nah, you don't need it no more, man. Don't forget, remember, you stopped. I'm like, nah, man, I don't need that, bro. I need this thing to be active all day, every day. Okay? All day, every day. Put some blue in the white part of this eye here. Okay, what else I got cooking? Under his nose, we have that white opening. We don't need that, so let's brown this off a little bit under his nose. Let's kind of close that up. Okay. Alright, lips. Under the goatee. Goatee is green. Ay, carajo. What I got? A mark? What is this? A damn. This is a Sharpie? How did I Sharpie in my. Sharpie my stash. Okay. I think I need to give him more outline. I think I want to define his, I want to define him a little bit sharper. I think it needs to be thicker. I'm looking at the comments to see if I have any questions, right? Okay, that's fine. Guys, there's a delay, so if I don't see a thing right away, don't yeah, that's how thick I want to do this. I think that's it right there. I think I feel good about that. Let me get a thicker marker. I feel a lot better about this, like that. Nice and thick. This is super thin. This is it right here. Yeah, I feel a lot better like this. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. You know what's crazy? My wife and I will go to a painting, like, like a, painting thing. And her colors are just bold and vibrant, right? And I'm the one that draws in the family, right? My kids do, my sons, they take on artwork. But she now, she don't think that she's creative, right? She's not, oh, I don't draw. So we go on these things, and she got these bold, vibrant, bright colors, man. Like, just full of life. And my colors are always like timid. And I'm like, what the? Why yours look so much, like I got details down, and I'm painting, and I'm making it look all presentable for artwork or whatever you want to call it. And she has no experience, but her colors are just lifting off the page. And I tutor a young man on the weekends, and he also had very vibrant. His color and pattern, vibrant, strong, And I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. But I can appreciate that, man, because I know what I have to fight. I gotta fight myself. I gotta purposely darken my colors and double check them, because for some reason my colors just I don't put enough emphasis, It's the way it is. All right. Okay, so we got what do we got cooking here? All right, let me go back. Let me do some more blue, man. Let me do some more blue. Some thick blue. Here we got, right here. Shoot. All right, so far, I've gotten this far. Got my little guy. We're coloring him in. Okay. It's my little character. I don't even have a name for this guy. I don't even have a name for him. But let me show you. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you another one that I did. These are old, man. These are old. The paper is old and everything. And I was telling the young man, I said, you need to finish your work. and I grabbed one of my old books, because I knew that's what I was working on. A lot of these I scanned already digitally, and I did them on the iPad, but a lot of them is still just, I didn't do nothing at all with them, right? I'm gonna get back to my guy here. I just wanna, there's a picture I'm looking for. Like the main, like, see this guy here? This is a ninja. A ninja of the same character group, the primal, right? On my what's not is primal artist, right? I mostly do portraits, but these little, like this one I like. This remind me of Clint Eastwood. This guy remind me of Clint Eastwood here. I like this guy. But it's the same character. See the ears? The ears are the same. It may look ugly and silly to you guys, but I'm having fun. And this is a samurai. A samurai guy. Same character, right? Okay. I still saw it. These are all ideas I was tossing around. You know, while I'm at the shop vacuuming. While I'm at the shop fixing vacuums, I might come up with these ideas. This was Nina Simone. This was a little pencil sketch I was doing. This was pretty. I think I captured her. I was just like, all right. But where's the character, man? This guy here. This guy here is another one of those guys, right? Those the primals. Okay. I can't find him. I don't know where I put the guy. It was a face. It was like the main face of the characters I had. He's like the mascot. Let me see if I can find him. Come on, Wayne. Can't be that hard, man. It's in a book somewhere. Give me a second, guys. Let me see if I can find this. Where's my guy at? Oh my God. Holy cow. Oh, maybe he's all the way back here. Is he back here? Oh, I got a shirt on my website. This is the Buddha, the primal Buddha picture, right? It's on my my t-shirt, the t-shirt sites. And it started with this picture. I sketched it out with this picture, and then I put it to digital, and then from there, this guy playing video games, and then from there, hold on, I'm gonna find him. I think this is him right here. Hold on, this might be him. Yeah, this was the main character. This is the main guy. This is the main character. This is the main guy that I started messing around with. You know, let me see something. I'm gonna get back to my mountain guy, but yeah, this was the main. This was the main guy that started this whole thing, right? So let's say these are the big. He got some big brows, right? You see the ear I was telling you about, the ear right here. That's that ear. That's the trademark ear. Okay. And over here. Okay. All right. And then his brow. Okay. And up here. And it seemed like no one had any vacuum questions, so I'm just working right now. You got a question on your vacuum? I've answered a few over the chat, and people make comments. Let me just double check to make sure I didn't miss any. People will make comments on, and I answer it through the comments. Let me see something. Let's see what I got. No, go here. Go to my community tab. All right, let's go to the whole thing. All right, great stuff. But how the hell do you get the front off? What is this? The Bissell. The Bissell. How to get the Bissell front off? No, I got videos on that. Yeah, you know what, guys? If you look at some of my stuff, if you look through my playlist, you'll find a playlist with tips. I have a playlist for Bissell, for Dyson, for Kirby, for Hoover, etc. Right? I'm not sure about Shark. And just like repair tips, So if you don't, if you just happen to click on my video and you don't see anything, it's like, man, you didn't even show how to do blah blah blah. Most likely, guys, I have it in another video. You're just gonna have to do a little work. Sorry, you know, you're gonna have to do a little work, okay, and scroll around the previous videos. Am I drying out my marker here? Scroll around the previous videos to see the other videos, because most likely I covered that topic in another video, you know. So yeah, that's. But sorry about that. That you couldn't find what you were looking for at the time. But most likely I covered it, guys, in another video. Just kind of take your time and look through my stuff, okay? All right, just kind of take your time and look through my stuff. Yeah. So yeah, sometimes when you get rusty on these things, you just gotta work yourself back into it, man. Figuring out how to blend your colors, you know, back again. Especially when you take so much time off, you just I think anything is like that. I think everything has this. You know, a boxer has to get back in that ring, relearn some of those old footsteps, blocking, figure out how to get that second breath. You know, so when you stop drawing, you kind of have to go back again and start doodling again. You know? Hey, Jake, what's up, man? What's up? You know, I'll be honest with you guys. Nothing. It sound. You know what it sounds like? It sounds cliche, bro. It sounds like you're just talking crap, right? And you're just being like saying some old line that you heard from somebody. But man, nothing worthwhile is gonna be easy, man. I don't know another way to say it that doesn't sound like you're just repeating some line. But anything you're gonna be good at, it's gonna come with the pain of preparation and training, and you know, there's no way out, man. You know what I'm saying? And I know we want things to be easy, which is fine, I guess, but unfortunately or fortunately, there's no easy way to do none of this stuff. And I see people get really mad at me because I didn't have something in a particular video and they needed that thing, and I'm like, man, dude, man, you know, and I get it, but then now you have to do the work. Look through my channel and find a video that will help you. You know, and the same thing with what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of relearning some stuff right now because I was a lot better at coloring. You know what I'm saying? I was a whole lot better at coloring, man. What you got there, man? Who's saying what's up, man? Who's that? Is that Jake G? What's happening, man? What's up, brother? Yeah, you know what, man? I appreciate your attitude, bro. I appreciate your attitude, man. I love that, and I, you know what? I put it out there, and the rest is the rest. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a quitter. I don't have a give up attitude. It'll click when it clicks, but I don't like stress either. So I'm not gonna torture myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna torture myself, man. But that's the attitude, though, and I try to teach it to my boys. You know, I want to give this guy some eyebrows, man. I think he needs some eyebrows, and it's got to come from right underneath here. It's got to come from underneath here. It's got to come from like right here. That's what I'm thinking. Because if I mess this up, then it's already done. If I mess this up, it's too late. I already marked up his head. But I think the eyebrow is gonna have to come from here. like right under his, right under the bump, whatever this bump is. Yeah. You know. So I'm gonna give this a shot. I'm gonna get a little black ink here and see if I can kind of get something on this guy. All right, I'm gonna darken the eyes, the eyelid. You know, the guys don't get eyelashes the same way. You know, they just get they just get a dark. You know what I mean? You don't give guys those big eyelashes like that. You know, you just give it. Now, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the eye. I might leave it something like that. I don't know, but maybe I'll give him a pupil. Let me see. I don't know. I like the white, man. What do you think? I don't know. All right, let's while I think about that, maybe you guys will have a suggestion. I'm gonna do the nose here real quick. I tried making a comic book when I was younger, and my comic book, my character looks a whole lot like the Hulk. I think he was more like the Red Hulk before the Red Hulk was a Red Hulk, because he had like fire powers, you know. He turned, but it was really the Hulk. I can admit that now, you know, when he gets mad, you know, he gets like really, he could, you know, he get a lot of powers, you know, and I'm like, man, you just made the Hulk, bro. That's what you did. Oh man. Okay, he's getting there, right? He's getting there. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. That's probably the way you got to do it, you know? Just come back. So, I have two guys that I like, right? One of those characters is this guy right here. My cowboy. Cowboy guy, he's another one that I like. And I never did nothing with him, you know? So you can see what I was talking about, like the hair, you know, his hand is hairy, you know, like a primate, right? Almost human, right? Yeah, so, and the skin kind of faded into because it's hairy, right? So really I should do the skin first and then put the hair on top, you know, so it's not gonna fade out. So all right, so this guy, I think I'm gonna see if I can make him purple or something, or maybe yellow or something like that. Another color. But these are my guys, man. These are my characters. You love the green? All right, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. I appreciate it, Jake. Hey, Jake, do you draw? Do you draw, man? God, I hadn't colored with markers in so long, man. I'm actually a color pencil, graphite color pencil kind of person. The only time I really paint is when I'm doing skateboard decks. And but for like paper, I think the only reason I'm using the markers because it moves faster, and I can show the results a lot faster. Honestly, to be perfectly honest with you guys, but my work is mostly color pencil and graphite, and then I'll paint the skateboards. If I do skateboards, I've done a few skateboards that I really like. Spider-Man, one for my son, a couple of orders online. And that's when I would pull out this is what these pens are for, really, honestly. This is what I use these. I use these really for the skateboard stuff. But, you know, I hadn't done it in so long, and I'm like, man, it is sitting here drying up. Let me let me just use my pens, man. So, but this is paint. This is like paint. Paint in a pen, you know. And this blue is just for the dark side of the pan. So I think I'm gonna keep the light side light. Get this guy here. And if you guys ever draw, you realize that you normally want to draw, you know, you're over your picture while you're drawing. This is weird. I'm drawing from the side. So I think that's probably even a good exercise for someone to get back their mojo. You know, because I draw upside down when I'm doing portraits. I'm going to show you a portrait I did, Jake, if you're still there. Check this out. Alright, this is a portrait I did, Jake. This is Stan Lee. I did a portrait of Stan Lee because Stan Lee, I got into comics, reading comics and stuff like that, and it helped my reading, and you know, as a little kid, and I used the comic characters to draw and stuff like that, you know. And when he passed away, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it was like I was on my couch in the living room, and I just picked up a pencil. I said, let me do a sketch of Stan Lee. I looked online for this magazine photo of him somewhere, and I just started sketching it. And the way I did it was kind of very loose. I had to get my hands like real loose for it to work. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the way I prepare for it, I kind of loosen my hands up, right? I'm gonna show you what I did. If anybody understand what I'm talking about with this, it's a style, right? And it was just like, okay, you know. And then I just let the pencil just go, man. I just let it go. Like I was just like, you know, I was doing this. I was just kind of letting it go. I was just kind of feeling the eyes out, you know, just feeling out where I wanted to go. You know, no, oh, you really can't see it here. I would have to do it with something darker. Let me use this pen. Let me see if you can probably see it like this. Damn, I gotta do it with a real thick thing. All right, this is probably not gonna do the trick, but you'll still see what I'm doing. All right, so it's not gonna look like a nice drawing, but you get what I'm saying. All right, I was doing stuff like this, and then I was just kind of just letting it. I was just letting it flow. You know, I was just kind of just letting the face appear, and I was, you know, just kind of let the so I wasn't worried about making a mistake. You know, I wasn't worried about making a mistake. I was just like, all right, just let it fall, because I could always erase, right? It was pencil. You know, just let it fall and just keep at it, and eventually, the picture started to form. And as it formed, now I started making corrections. You know, I started correcting it as I went along. But the first part of it was just to just let it out. Because let me show you what happens to a lot of artists. Okay, let me show you what happens to a lot of artists. And this will happen to you if you're doing any kind of problem solving. This is what happens to people. Okay, watch this. Happens to me. Okay. Watch this. This is what happens. You do this, right? So let's say you're drawing a square. Okay? You're drawing a square. What happens to us, we value focus so much. And we know that we're supposed to focus on a thing. And we know we're supposed to zero in, which is a good thing. Nothing wrong with that. But then you get trapped. So you start drawing like this. And then you start like making repeated moves, right? You start, and you go back over the same area over and over and over again. Because what you're doing is you're trying to think as you draw. Okay? And you're thinking with your pencil. So you stay there. And you go over the line again. And then you have to erase the line because you did it too dark. See? So my method is just imagine a skeletal of your body. And your body is the meat and the rest of the stuff, the skin, the meat, the clothes. I just want to get the skeletal out the way. I just want to get, if I'm drawing this this box here, and maybe in the box I'm gonna do a tree, right? I just want to get the way the tree would look in the box, you know, like this. It's not fancy. It's the tree, okay? I don't know if you can see the tree. Let me do it like that. Nope. Let me do it. Here we go. You can. Okay, forget it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. You can see it. Everybody can see the tree. So the tree is not even. There's nothing defined here, right? But I'm not trapped drawing just the roots in the beginning of the drawing. Like, I gotta make sure those roots. I gotta get those roots right, and then you end up spending all your drawing time trying to get the roots right and trying to get that one leaf to look like a leaf, and you stay there, and it take you forever to get your drawing done. And it's just get it on, let your pencil move, man, let it flow, let it just move, and your mind will tell it to do something like you know, just add a little, you know, put a squirrel on the ground. All right, let's do a little squirrel. All right, let's put a rock. I talk myself into drawing. I'll talk myself. I'll do stuff like that. All right, you know what? How about if I, you know what? I want like a limb coming out from the side of the tree here. So I'll talk myself, and my words is just telling my picture what to do, right? So now I'll pull a limb out from there, you know, I'll put a rock on the side, you know, and I'll do stuff like that. So that's how my creative process works when I'm drawing, and also when I'm problem solving, when I'm fixing vacuums, or fixing the lawnmower. Well, I'm trying to fix my lawnmower right now. You know, anyway, but that's the process, all right, and that's how I do it. And then I slowly, after I get all this stuff down, when I get to a point when I'm really, you know, okay, I'm good with this, right? And number one, I don't start with the darkest pencil. I start with like an H, a 4H, 2H, something like that. Something very light that I can easily erase. That's not going to show my intentions on this thing. I don't want no intention because I might change my mind. So I sketch it out real quick with a light pencil, just kind of go over, get all my stuff done. Then when I'm like, okay, I feel good, I want to start. Then I find an area that when I'm doing portraits, I'll start with the eye mostly, because the shape of this eye is probably going to be the same shape as this eye. So I can measure this eye. Now I start getting very tactical and technical and all that stuff, where I'm using measuring devices, you know, whether it's a business card or a ruler. You know, I want to make sure my, you know, the length from the eye to the nose is correct, because I may have started the drawing in the beginning and my nose is too high, you know. So my measuring stick is, well, if the eye is this wide, it's the eye is about an eye down to the nostril, to the top of the nostril should be an eye, you know. So I kind of do it like that. So I'll do something like I'll get a business card, or I'll get a ruler. Sometimes I use these guys. Okay, that's why they're in my drawing kit. Sometimes I use this guy, and I will figure out how far this eye is, like this, and then I know that this far down is where my nose should be. Oh shit, sorry. From the bottom of the eye, it should be touching my nose. And then I start to map out the rest of my drawing, and I do the same thing. I figure out how many eyes it takes from the top of the hairline down to his eyebrow, you know, and then I start getting serious, like very technical, okay? But in the beginning, it's just free flowing, man. Just let your hands move. Just let it move. Let it start moving around the page, and get used to it, you know. The last thing, because no one seemed to have any vacuum questions, okay? Hold on. Let me read your comment here, man. I'm sorry, man. I didn't see you. Jake, listen what you got to say. Definitely just letting your mind capture the image. That's right. That is exactly right, Jake. That's exactly right. You're chewing on it. That's a good. You're just chewing on it, man. You're just getting a feel of it, because you're gonna get the rhythm. You're gonna finally get where you're right. But if you rush it, or if you stagnate yourself, where all I'm thinking about is the nose, and I haven't mapped out the face yet. You know what a young lady told me, Jake? And I'm gonna look at the rest of your stuff, but I don't want to miss this. Okay, it says, my first process was turning pictures or drawings into different and multiple combinations of concepts. All right, I was inspired by my 4th grade PE teacher, who would draw better characters drawing. Oh wow, yes. Well, let me tell you what a young lady taught me. Believe it or not, I saw her draw on YouTube, and I was decent, but I wasn't. I didn't nail it. I didn't capture the stuff. And she said, "Listen, Wayne, you have to feel their lips." I was like, "Huh?" So if I'm drawing a guy, I gotta like feel his lips. What the hell are you talking about, right? She said, you gotta feel their skin while you're drawing it. You have to feel their skin to know that there's supposed to be pores here. I have to create the effect of pores. I have to create the hairline. You have to literally put your hand through their hair, Wayne. I was like, wow. She blew me away with that advice, bro. She blew me away, man. And she said, take your time and make sure you're drawing what you're seeing and not drawing what you think you're supposed to put there out of habit. So if I'm drawing a landscape, yes, I can freestyle, right? And do that. But if I'm trying to draw that building, draw the building. Don't draw the imaginary building from that Farscape movie or whatever, or Alien movie. Draw the building, and then when you want to freestyle. So you need to separate those two things: your creative, your creative mind that just want to create something new out of thin air, and trying to capture the picture. So when you're trying to capture that picture, make sure that's what you're capturing, and don't mix up the two yet. There'll be a time to mix them up when now you want to make it better and different, or whatever. You want to add an awning to the building that wasn't there, stuff like that. But when if you're trying to draw someone, you're trying to draw your loved one, your spouse, your son, your daughter, whatever, you're trying to draw them, look at them and capture the image. And that's what you were saying there, Jake. Chew it up. You know what I'm saying? Feel it. I love that imagery, man. That's exactly what we're doing. So when you're doing it, you're just feeling it. You're just like, yes. Yeah, yes. You're feeling it. And then you'll know when you got it. It's like, boom. All right. Now let me start getting that eye right. Let me start getting those lips right. And when you draw the lips, you're feeling the lips. I did a picture of Adele, the singer. Her the 21 album or something like that, and I think she was doing this, and I played her music, while I was doing the picture because I wanted to be in Adele. Dude, man, I want to touch Adele. It's not sexual, man. It was, but I had to feel it, and I did that, and it worked. It worked. It was just, I guess I was eliminating the doubts because I had no time to focus on the doubts because I was focusing on her skin and her hair. You see what I'm saying? Let me show you one more, Jake, before I get out of here. Let me show you one more. All right, Jake, I'm gonna show you two more, Jake. I'm gonna show you two more. I hope you're still there. I'm gonna show you two more. All right, Jake. This here cap, this is color pencil, Jake. And the eyes, bro, is what got me on this one. The eyes, man. The eyes. I was feeling the lips, bro. And I just said, I just want to do it in very light color. It's going to be purple and green and black. You know what I'm saying? All right, I got one more for you, Jake. I got one more. This one, think of cows, think of the country. You know, think of a country boy, right? This is when I learned how to draw it in the negative. I had to figure out how to draw in the negative. Watch it. You ready? Take a look at this one. I had to learn to draw the beards. And so I had to learn to create to draw in the negative. That's really it. Just draw, you know, use the eraser like it's going out of style, right? You know what I'm saying? I had to get to the glasses, bro. I had to get the reflections. I had to work this thing, and I had to feel his beard, and I had to feel the skin, and I had to look in his glasses to get this thing right. For the guys who are in the overhead, all right. And my first, okay, I'm gonna show you my first color pencil. Then I'm gonna have to sign off. Jake, I hope you subscribe, and I might do these art ones on Sundays maybe going forward, because this is really, if I didn't this is what I'll be doing in the backyard under the tree, sipping on whatever, just sketching. You know what I'm saying? So I might just continue to share this with the community that wants to hear it, right? So let me show you my first color pencil. And you're gonna probably see all the errors in it, but it was my first color pencil drawing, okay? And I held on to it. I didn't sell it. I held on to it because I had to overcome something. I was afraid of color because it was so permanent. This is my first color pencil. This is my first color pencil, Jake. You see all the lines in it? You see all the lines? The scratchy lines and everything? I didn't know how to blend it in properly. You know, I didn't know, and you could tell when I was really trying to like Yeah, man. And the eyes again. My key thing is the eyes, bro. If I can capture the eyes, I got the rest of the picture. That's kind of how I looked at it. If I caught the eyes, I know that I can figure out the rest. Because those are the two parts of the body that are about the same size. So I can measure out the rest of what I have to do, make sure these are far, you know. But the eyes. So then I found myself zeroing in on the eyes. okay, and it worked for me. All right, so I may have another one for you next week if you join me again, Jake. I got some more, man, but I don't want to give them all away yet. But I may have an episode. Okay, all right, damn it. Damn, dude, you got me hyped, man. All right, I got one more. I got one more, bro. All right, are you ready? This is the last one, and I'm going to say sayonara, and this time it's the last one. This time is really the last one. Watch this, and we're done. Take a look at the eyes, bro. And tell me the eyes. The rest of it, I was still, but the eyes. You ready? The eyes, my man. Once I get those eyes, once I get the eyes, I'm good. I'm in. I'm in like Flynn. Once I get the eyes, I'm in. I love that one because that was I was trying pastel charcoal, and then I end up mixing a little bit of pencil in it, which really is probably not a good idea, but I was just experimenting. But hey, Jake, man, you've been totally awesome hanging with me, bro. Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate it. Okay, I came on here to answer questions about vacuum repairs, and no one had a question. so anyway, that's all good. All right, guys, listen, thank you everyone for joining. Jake, you're the man. Thank you very much. Thanks for your inspiring words. Okay. Hey, Albin, what's up, man? Damn, you came in at the end of this thing, bro. Peace. You have a good evening too. All right, guys, stay cool. Come back next. Now I'm gonna be on fixing vacuums tomorrow and Tuesday and all that, but next Sunday I'll probably do another art series, man. All right, I'll see you guys. Bye. Wow. All right, folks, thanks a lot, everyone, for hanging out. And I don't know, I think my lights are a little bit funky in here today, but it's all right. My nose is shining like I got grease on my face. You know what I'm saying? Grease like Vaseline. Golly. All right. I'll see you guys later.